It is the International Women's Day. We all know how pivotal our role is as women in the society. Today, I celebrate every woman, irrespective of your pedigree, race, and faith. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you all for the sacrifice. I celebrate you. Stay tuned on the Hangout as we talk about the theme for this day. Choose to challenge. What do you choose to challenge? Thank you. Welcome back. I'm with my friends this evening, and on this episode we'll be talking about choose to challenge. That's the theme for this year's International Women's Day. To my extreme right is
Fatima, Chika Nwaneri, Rukkaya, Ayuba, Adanna Enwezor,
and I'm your host, Victoria Oni. So why do we celebrate International Women's Day?
On the days that are chosen, women should be given priority too. And we are part of the society, and we have a position to celebrate society. I see it more as, okay, we have achieved so much. Women don't have the chance to be celebrated all the time. So this kind of puts light to the achievements women have achieved throughout years. Oh, maybe it was discrimination from work, things like not being able to go to school. So once you see all that and you see women achieving internationally, we have people like robots going around. So they need to be celebrated. So I think that is more why the celebration goes on, right?
Yeah, I think I agree. But I also have to say that I feel like sometimes women are not really appreciated, and a lot of things that women do go unrecognized. Women are life givers, caregivers, they're the backbone of society. You know, they are career driven. The women that do everything in the house, they're the ones that bring in the money, take care of the children, birth the children, do all these things, and they are not really appreciated or recognized. I think International Women's Day also, is here to celebrate the efforts, the tenacity, the passion, the commitments of women all over the world.
Also, like my sister said, it's also seen as nationwide. You understand, helping women be recognized in various fields and helping them to also be participants of developments in various fields as well. Yeah.
It's just for every woman, whether you're a housewife, whether you're like Akara.
Well,
yes, sure. Whether you're you know, most times we just put down on okay, she's just a housewife, you know. She doesn't have it's just to celebrate every woman, irrespective of your exposure, your pedigree, your race, your educational qualification. It's just to celebrate every woman.
celebrate everyone, but having so much accomplishment should be celebrated extra.
It has helped so many nations to stop discrimination, just like you said. It has helped in stopping discrimination.
But this is not discrimination too, because you know, some people are not opportune to go to school. Like, okay, so the theme for this year's International Women's Day is choose to challenge. What do you choose to challenge?
This is speaking from a personal place, or what is women in society?
Whichever way.
Me, I would say choose to challenge more equity.
Okay.
Yeah, and for women to be more knowledgeable, for us to actually achieve our goals, we can do so much. So that's what I say. So much if we're knowledgeable. You know, it's not
Quality.
Okay.
Quality of every aspect.
Okay.
Whereas to education,
Okay.
marriage,
Life, whatever, they have all their educational qualifications, but they are, asked to do absolutely nothing, but to stay at home. Even if they have a house help, they have people that are around to help, their mothers, whatever. But you have some men who actually just, put them to absolutely. I think that kills them morale, psychologically, emotionally, and even spiritually.
No, but the woman should really kind of challenge with the kind of wherever she finds herself, she should try and make that place a comfort zone for herself. We shouldn't look up for anyone for our happiness. The happiness is within us. If you choose to remain happy in whatever circumstances you find yourself, it means whatever is infringed on you,
you should be able to fight back.
So I'd like to ask a question. So in a case of where there's domestic violence, how would you advise the woman?
If the violence is physical, of course a woman should know that the man doesn't have any rights.
Not all violence is actually physical.
Yeah, not all violence, yeah. So the mental, when there is that mental, a woman needs a support system to fight that. For instance, you leave your husband, your parents' house to get married, the man you love, and you are being mentally, not physically. You should have a support system from your friends and family to share. And then we should be there for each other.
In most cases, thank you, because there's stereotypes.
And you don't get that.
That's the point.
That is what I'm saying. That is part of the challenge that we should.
Most times you feel get that because, like, just like you're saying in the corner, it's possible if the husband beats you and you get back home, your parents are likely to send you back to your husband's
Yes,
house.
that is what I'm saying. A woman should recognize. Perhaps we need a lot of awareness as women. Even when they are deprived of going to school, or what you said, after going through all the stages of learning and your husband decides to keep you home, just like what the North is suffering, it's now very important for the woman to know that there are channels of educating herself and empowering herself, like the media. That is where we come in. You don't keep yourself at home because you are kept there. Then you stay where you are kept. You can move mentally. You can move, improve on your life, improve yourself. You don't sit and get fat. You go and dieting, love yourself, get good-looking skin. Take care of yourself. So there are lots of things that will take care of you.
Woman has to understand that also she has that right to be free.
I think it all boils down to certain words too. If you know your
Freedom
body,
is
you know
not
your
about
exam
you don't have to be free.
You know, yeah, freedom for mental, whatever it is.
From where you are, you
Mental
can't.
slavery.
Yeah, so I challenge that some women are just paid without even knowing. There's no freedom.
I think
It's like
basically we are
you
coming to
can't
that
make decision on your own by
On your
yourself.
own, I totally
You can't
agree,
work
yeah.
by yourself. You can't also, it's like a man.
So
Like
all
saying
you
you have
do
everything
is
in you, but you can't
But
work.
you can't
I
work.
give you peace, I give you one, but
Yeah.
It's
beyond that.
mental.
And the woman has to
Yes,
understand that I'm free to make decisions. I'm free
Some
to do
some
what I
people
want.
are
So you know,
so very
mothers
abused.
should work now, extra work with some mothers, on how to prepare your child, your girl child, into another mother's house. That is very important.
So right now we're just on what we choose to challenge. She had said inequality. We talked about stereotypes. I think I'll talk about prejudice too. Because most times as a woman you are just secluded. In Africa, you don't have this patriarchy thing. It's a man's world. So definitely once you are a woman, you have some boundaries. There is a boundary you are not even allowed to pass. Because you already know, okay, this is a man's world. A guy can come out confidently and tell you I'm divorced and all that, but once a woman is divorced, it's a thing of shame in most parts of Africa. If you are single at 30, it's a problem. If you are single at 40, it's a problem. If you are a single parent, it's also a problem. So how do we fight this? Those are the things we choose to challenge. Just like we said, through social media most times, we have to speak out. When you go on Facebook most especially, you know, I read Rene Omokeri's tweets 2 days ago, and it was like, why most girls are single? Not some, he said most. It's because they are looking for a big wedding.
Like their source of Bible guidance. But you wake up every day, you see the person next to you, say, God, when is my turn? Oh, God, when? And they go and comment on those people's posts, God, when? I'm your shoe matching, I'm this. You know, it's just, I don't know the kind of mental slavery and what social media, amount of damage is actually doing to a lot of people. So imagine a woman who doesn't have liberty in her own marital home and is online, because most of them spend time online. They spend time on social media doing plenty of them. So the thing is, you're following people who do not add value to your life, but rather stress you out emotionally, mentally. People are posting pictures of their husband and their children on vacations. People are posting pictures of their exactly, and you are in your house dying. You know, this is where I want to pick up something she said, because she was talking about mental freedom, mental liberty. Sometimes it's even the littlest things. You don't have to do the, oh, I'm challenging my husband back. No. Take control over your mind. Take control over the things that try to control you. Do you know what?
unfollow some people on social media. Stay off. Okay, even if you have to go online, maybe do Google. If you have to read, research something. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I understood where she was coming from. It's like even if you can't leave social media entirely, you can learn from there. Select what you're reading, what is coming into your life, right?
Even what you're passionate about,
exactly.
you can stay home and actually read about it, learn more. You
So
understand?
on YouTube and then actually,
Exactly.
you know, most times, the use of social media and WhatsApp is just in everything. You want to go on Facebook, you want to check one or two things.
You
But
are
social
addicted
media
to Facebook.
It's not an addiction. No, let's be real. I'm very addict. It's not an addiction.
About what I
It's not an addiction.
You should know what you are looking
social
for.
media.
Yes.
There are some
You should
people
know what
that
you are
have
looking
no
for.
You know what you're doing, yeah.
So shouldn't you just go to
If
social
you don't
media
go
to
to
search
search
and
and
look
look
for
for
it?
I'm just trying to
And
explain
I
to you.
think even in mass communication, that is what we call selective exposure. You don't buy newspaper to read all the pages.
Yeah.
You select where you have to identify where you are more comfortable and more beneficial to you. Sometimes you buy a newspaper to just read a page and throw it away. It's
And during the lockdown
And even if you have to go on social media, maybe once a week, give yourself a task.
yeah.
I'm going on social media just
but you
on
know
Fridays. You know, just
wait,
the best thing I think you build yourself estate. What I'm saying, you build yourself estate. That is what I'm saying. So no matter what you read, no matter what you see, it doesn't get to you.
No, the comments are very powerful, and what you see are powerful. What you see,
But there's no way you won't see and hear. But you have to just do it.
Even if it's not on social media,
Even if it's somewhere, it's on your face.
your sister.
It's even on it's your uncle. When are you getting married? It's your uncle.
But the point is,
It's your sibling.
but you know what to have a mental stability. Why are you on social media?
No,
I think we should
Know the reason you
talk
are
about
there.
this now.
Know who you are,
Because
and
we
know
all
what
talk
you
about
want to connect with on social media.
Yeah.
And know who you want to follow. Even if you are
I
following
don't have a problem with being on
mentors
social
that you
media.
know.
Yeah.
But I'm still talking, it all boils down to self-esteem. I don't care what I see on Instagram. If you like the most, you jump and fit it.
Twice, so if you tell me what I'm doing is wrong twice, why do I want to come back and speak?
Unfortunately, we had a report of children of primary schools introducing drugs to their mothers at home.
And the mothers.
I have a case yes, I have a case of a girl child of 10 years, 9, 10, in Kano, introducing drugs to her mother because she felt the mother needed to rest. So she now had, because she has a teen sister, and the teen sister brought about hacking, grammars or something here. So now the other teen girl had started taking something. So now she sends the younger one without the knowledge of the mother to buy some things. It is there that she now picks on something and now it goes to the mother. When the mother started taking grammar,
So she's actually doing it out of love for the
yeah, for the
mother.
mother.
So it all boils down to moral decadence.
How do we get to this child?
How do we even get to it?
It's all messed up.
I mean.
It's messed up.
It's not just as a parent, you don't know that the role you're playing is more than giving birth as a
Society itself has failed of being
Let me give an instance quickly. Sorry, 1 second. You see, when women are going through so much, talk about it because we don't even know how deep some of these issues are, especially domestic violence, and sometimes you don't have to be physical, it could be emotional, it could be, other type, the different types of violence. Now the thing is that the mother is already defeated and has zeal to even be a mother is gone. All she's thinking about is survival. All she's thinking about is this the end? Or so now that child is left to wander around because the father is also absent, has absolutely no value transferred to this child. So you see that the failure starts from such an early age. Because for a child to come, like you said, and bring drugs or whatever to the mom, it must have started from childhood. It must have started from a very young age. The mother, you must have seen the mom. If you walk in and your mom is always crying, exactly.
Even verbal abuse and the children are there.
What is wrong with your mom is always crying. If you walk into the room and you always want to find out, as a child, you always want to find out what can I do to help my mom.
Yeah.
So it's part of the things that I think the issue of domestic violence should really, because it starts from the family units. You see, all the problems start from the family. The big ones, the small ones start from there. what we instill in our children is what they're going to instill in their children, and it just goes on from there. So if those things are not addressed, it's an issue. Women should learn to speak up. If you're having issues in your home, if you're feeling harassed, if you're feeling like your rights are being infringed on, like you need to speak up. A lot of people don't know. The United Nations has. Even if you don't have a support system, there are organizations. You can go to human rights. No, I'm just trying to say, for those who haven't watched this.
No, we have, but now we have
Yes.
services, we have units.
Yes, in
So,
rural
yeah,
areas.
it's moving yeah, in rural areas.
Yes.
So you have zones
So
in
speak
rural
up.
areas.
No, speak up. Speak up. That's one thing. Find a way. There's something I watched on TV where a lady who was being abused. This was in a white situation. The lady was abused and she went to the hospital with her abusive spouse and she was trying to communicate with the nurse. Like, look, I need help. And she had to find a way. While the man was waiting, she scribbled something down and just passed it to the nurse. Because the man is always with her. You don't even understand what's happening. You don't even understand a lot of people are in bondage.
Yes, a lot of people are living
When that
in
man
bondage.
steps out, he won't be with you as much as a stalker, whatever he is. He's not going to be with you 24/7. That little window of opportunity, even if it's a security man, scribble a note, pass it to the help to get it. Do something. Do you understand? Don't think you're being a good wife by keeping quiet. No, you're not.
That's a
You're
slogan
killing
for
yourself.
this generation, so I was okay.
These are some of these we
Choose
choose to challenge.
so I think
Something about
it's
choosing to challenge.
challenge.
So it's okay to speak
No,
out.
it's no speak out to Sorosuke.
Or also talking about choose to challenge.
Yeah,
So these are things
challenge
you
stereotypes,
must challenge the status quo. Don't just sit there and say, this is, my mom went through this, and she didn't die.
It's
Therefore,
okay for me to go through
I can go
it.
through it and I'm not going to. No, you need to break the circle. Speak up, you deserve better. There are good men out there. There's hope for other opportunities. Like if you marry, you have children, doesn't mean nobody's going to marry you again. I know a woman who has 5 grown children, been divorced almost 10 years ago. She just got married again, and she's just getting to her 50s. And she got married to the love of her life. When she was telling me about this guy, I was feeling like a less privileged child. Like, how can you be getting all this goodness? So some people just feel like because they've been through something, they're damaged. They're not first class goods again. No, that is what society has put in you. That's what your small circles are putting. You need to break out of that thing. You need to speak up. You need to challenge the status quo. So that's basically what I was saying.
So talking generally about moral decadence. Same way the one that comes societal pressure, domestic violence and all that. So the right thing to do is to speak up as a woman, right? So talking about women in politics, right? Then although women contribute about 49% of Nigerians' more than 180 million population, the national average of women's political participation in Nigeria has remained 6.7, both in elective and appointed position, which is far below the global average of 22.7%. So now, why do we need more women in politics?
We don't need more women in politics. We need more educated people who understand how to govern or who have a passion for governance. So to come into politics. So let's not make it look like, oh, we need more women in this, we need more women. We need qualified people. If the men are qualified,
Why do you need them?
that's what I'm saying. So for me,
most times, talk about it. If they're not qualified, it does, but no, seeing a woman encouraging us, that's why we talk about representation. We feel like, there is a woman here. But I wouldn't vote for you because you're a woman.
Yeah, woman.
You understand? Firstly, I will look
It's not all
at
women are
antecedents.
fine.
Yeah.
Yes, we need to address. Yes, I will look at so many things before I vote for you. I wouldn't just vote for you because you're a woman. I think that is
I
fair.
have worked in women organizations and I can tell you that most of them appear to be like, little which is common. Where it is worse than being maltreated by men. I'm telling you, at a point I saw the work and the cruelty of women when I was working with them. I'm talking about women in their 50s, in their people who should look at you and say, how do I help this baby? You are committed, they even get jealous of you.
That's why you hear things like people saying, I don't want
They
to
don't
work
even
with
look
a
at the
woman,
age.
woman
To be
boss,
honest,
woman
I have done a lot
many
of
people
women
don't want to.
organizations. I was leader in most of my organizations in women organizations, but I told myself after 2016, no thank you. I've been approached by a couple of them. I say, you know what, I will work with you in partnership, but I will not be involved in you because I know it is really messing what goes on in there. So sometimes when you see people on social media saying hashtag women supporting women, how many people really do that?
How many people really do that?
And then the truth is, we don't even make a difference sometimes. Years ago, we had a senator that was that embraced more than any other male senator. So if you think because she's a woman, she's not corrupt. Because she's a woman, you know, she's running. But since there is no difference, I wouldn't vote for him because they're a woman.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, we are able to make a difference. Definitely, people want to vote.
But
I think
there was a woman in Lagos during the SRC issue. There was a woman in Lagos who I think is also in the national. I don't know what official was, and she gave out palliatives with her pictures on them or something for her birthday.
It was in the beginning.
No,
I think it was
there was a woman as well. I know there was a petition for her to leave office.
Well,
I don't want it to be, oh, we need these people. We need the woman in politics. We need this. We need, as you said, good people.
It's heartbreaking.
Even the men
Women
are there. My sister.
we just need women.
We need
Fatima, I understand where you're coming from and all your views. I think from my experience in my journalism career and a lot of meetings I attended of this cycle of women, specifically the ones I'm aware of, women, northern women in conflict.
Yes.
They are making efforts to make sure that water is now flow because we are capable. We are not saying that there are no women that are corrupt, there are no women that are, but women are more disciplined, honestly. We need the support system to make us stand.
Some women, not all.
Well, we can say some, yeah, but
Not all.
honestly, if you look at an institution, I've always referred to that because in society, when a society have a weak marriage institution, it affects the whole society. And who runs in that home is a woman. So we can't really say women cannot.
Well, how many of them are grooming rights? How many of them are grooming rights?
Many women. No, we have just
We have women. Our parents, we have women that groom tracks.
That's what I'm saying, but not all of them.
What happened to the women? No,
Did you see
we are
the
talking about depression
Did
and
you see
other
the
things.
woman?
What happened to the women that now
Did you see the woman on social media that was talking with her
I agree
baby?
with you.
Did you see that one? They come on social media that the woman is
What kind of
actually
women
twerking on
are
social media
No,
with her
what
child.
bring this woman
Exposing their
to
children
the
to
way
certain things.
this week? The women that we had, the initial women that we had in politics, were women that really knew what it takes to be there in the political system.
Unlike these days, they are there for the
No,
money.
even
Most of them
those
don't.
like in the north,
it's a
every women that came into politics in the world in the north were tagged prostitutes in the north. So
they're like the Katsina kind of supporting states. A woman cannot.
You cannot just come out and yes.
I know that's why this question is coming up, right? That's why this question is
They
coming
had
up.
a senator from Kano Central and she was tagged. They said, of course.
No, but
When women are there
I
on board,
understand that
they
there are
consider
extreme
all
situations.
this.
There are extreme situations. In those situations, yes, we need women in power. We need to
This
find
our youth on the
we need
streets,
to find
this our youth on the
leaders
streets
for yes.
that are warning about behaving this way.
no, but that's what I'm trying to say.
In those
The
extreme
question is why we need
situations, yes.
women.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So you
When
the only reason you need something somewhere is because you feel something missing, and you need someone there to cover it up.
A woman
So
is capable of
you
becoming a mother to
understand our
a
But unfortunately,
Yeah.
unfortunately, some women don't want to be women.
Yeah.
But that does not mean it's still
Yeah.
women in those positions.
But because you're a woman, it's a no for you.
The problem is
Being
that
because you're from this
politics has become a very dirty game these days. So
But
not many women.
politics has always been
No,
a
it's
dirty game.
getting deadly. That's their by the way. So how many women have that?
Well, we have women as well.
Even with the states that don't
You understand what I mean?
there's still women pushing.
Yeah,
To
women
go
are
there, but it's
pushing.
not just the place.
I think women
Like
should be
Ghana,
given
no,
chance.
With time, I
Yeah,
think
women should be
have
given
that.
chance and
When is the time?
When is the time?
When is that time? Yeah. But then it is presumed that women are women's worst enemy.
Oh yes, unfortunately.
I mean,
Is
it's
it
true
true?
that before you even say words, they look at you. Why is she even fine?
But not
They're just
all.
angry. You've not done anything
Not
to
all.
them. You've not had any
Exactly.
Why is she now put on this dress? Why is she wearing blue?
The first thing she said when she saw me, oh my god, you look fine. I was like, oh. She
saw you outside.
She saw me outside. She said, oh my god, you look nice. Most women
Never say that.
I don't want to see.
Instead, they'll look at you from
Yes,
there.
so
But the problem is, when people tell some people they look fine and they will just look at you and then snub you. No, it's very possible.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes temptation is there, so I don't blame you.
No, but that's the moral decadence we talk about. Going on, you don't even see an elder. In fact, sometimes when you are sitting and an elderly person is standing, you stand up for the elderly person to sit down. But these days, in fact, if they don't have to tell you to move away, so you don't block
Say, oh my mother,
them, breathing fresh air.
They will just put you in a situation.
That's what I'm telling you. So it's that bad. So we all agree, women and men. I don't really agree.
No, I don't agree all the time.
You don't agree that
Women
what?
and women's worst enemy.
No. We cannot use some.
No, in some cases, don't generalize. Don't generalize.
I don't generalize. Right? What advice do you have for women?
No, you go first now.
Okay. Now, okay, we talked about moral decadence. So my advice to every woman is to be a role model to her children, and not only to the children, to the society. Please, let's have a sane society. Please, thank you.
Okay, my advice is to women is like believe in yourself. Don't stay locked down. If you feel things are not going well, speak to someone, speak up. Don't just stay and like I want to take it all in. It's not. You need to be okay to be able to take care of whoever is around you. So love yourself, believe in yourself, fight for yourself. Because somebody else will do that. And if you have that freedom is yours. No one is going to give it up to you. Yeah, so that's just what I'm saying now.
Okay, so I think a lot has been said. My advice is, like she said, speak up, don't die in silence. That is what has been keeping African women silent. You feel it's more honorable to preserve the name of your family, to preserve this, preserve that. It is honorable, but you have to fight for your life. You have to, you have to fight for your children, because if you're gone, who's going to take care of your children? So for me, we've talked about so many things about Women's Day, and I basically feel like women need to do more to learn how to empower themselves. And as I said earlier, I tried to say earlier, the African Head Summit is giving this opportunity for the International Women's Day on the 8th of March. It's a virtual conference, so you can watch this from anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where you are. Get empowered, okay? It's there's going to be product formulation classes for people who want to learn a new trade, natural hair styling tips, business advice from experts. It's going to be really packed, and I want to encourage people to sign up for it. 80 minutes of impact, 8th of March. Don't miss out. It's 4 p.m. Just visit our website to register, which is www.africanhairsummit.org.
I think my advice generally for women is not give in to depression. That is one. And specifically women from our northern part of the country whom are suffering a lot based on what is going on in the media. Everyone is aware of what is going on, the banditry and all the displacements, a lot of disturbances. It doesn't affect only the women at the grassroots. Even the women and other categories cannot now travel home and comfortably relate. So it's a big challenge for every woman from Nigeria. I think we should look out for each other. We should understand that there are a lot of women out there looking for our help. There are a lot of mothers. There are a lot of children that are now homeless. A lot of orphans. So women should stop accumulating now. We should start looking out
ways to actually educate yourself. We are strong, we are beautiful, we can do a whole lot. So we should find time also to take care of yourself because you are very important. We tend to look out for every other person except ourselves. So find time to make sure that you're okay. If you're okay, that's when you can actually take care of people around you. That's my advice.
My own advice is, I would say, my own advice is that we women have a purpose in this world. We're not just put in this world to just be having things. You have your own purpose that you set this world. So look for it from within, try to act on it, and then how do you put it? The next woman is not your competition. The next woman is not your enemy. She's your sister, she's your friend. So no matter the situation, try to always look out for the next woman around you. So no, let's remove the beefies, animosities, all those things, the competition. So put that in place, know your purpose and self-confidence. Have self-confidence, and I think that's it.
So thank you for watching this episode on the Hangout. It is the International Women's Day. We've all listened to the ladies talked about domestic violence, the stereotypes, prejudice, and all that. What do you choose to challenge today? Let's make 2021 a better year. Please subscribe to the Hangout. Thank you.